All right, see, I told you yesterday that I wouldn't have work days like that all week. And this was a perfect example. It's after 7 p.m., and this is the first time I'm getting to check in with you. I have stitched for um, under 2 hours today, but I have made some progress on the tree. Um, I'm hoping to close that out today and start in on the Expelliarmus that goes off to the side. So yeah, I'm gonna video chat with a friend and stitch on this for the rest of the evening, I think. All right, folks, I know I didn't check in much today, but I am at my stopping point for the night. I just got done video chatting with Athena, which was super fun. And just stitching away. So I only worked for about 5-ish hours today, and I got 636 stitches today. So that is below my goal, but I did go way above my goal yesterday, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. I am at 2,422 stitches total, so that would be, the equivalent of stitching 800 stitches per day. So yeah, I'm feeling okay about my progress. I just finished stitching the tree, which I stitched as called for with the overdye flots, and now I'm stitching Expelliarmus, also with the overdyed called for floss. And then my plan is tomorrow to finish up these letters and then start on the basilisk head. And then as I curve around with the basilisk, I will add in the other elements as I go toward the left. I'll probably save the diamonds and the 1/1 lettering for the end to do while I'm talking with folks. But speaking of the 1/1 lettering, I do want to show you Pattern Keeper here. I have a sneaking suspicion that Pattern Keeper is not counting the 1/1 stitches correctly. I have not validated this, but Athena told me that Katie had a stitch count that wasn't matching what Pattern Keeper says. And it's a larger discrepancy than just not including the back stitch, because Pattern Keeper doesn't have the back stitch. And what I realized is that when I highlight the 1/1 stitches, it's just highlighting the square and not each individual stitch, which makes me think it's not counting the stitches, it's counting the squares. So that's not quite right. So I'm not super worried about it, because I think retreat days I'm gonna get a lot more stitching than I am on like a weekday. And then I've also got a weekend, a long weekend here in between now and the retreat. So I think I will have an opportunity to get caught up to where I need to be. But this is just a note for you. If you are following the Pattern Keeper total, it may not be totally correct. So yeah. My stopping point for the night, and I will see y'all in the morning. Hi, hello, it's my face. First time of the vlog that you're seeing my face. But I'm sitting here eating my lunch, editing my Frogwarts unboxing so I can put that up. Hopefully that's up already by the time you're watching this. But it's been a very interesting day. I got some information at work about what I'm going to be working on when my project wraps up at the end of this week. They're not even going to give me to the end of this week. I get no break. I have to take over a bunch of things from someone who's leaving and take on a brand new, challenging, out of my comfort zone project. So instead of the chill couple of days or even couple of weeks that I was hoping for, I am diving headfirst into the deep end, like today. So all of that work time stitching, goodbye. Because there's not going to be any like, oh, I'm just like passively participating in a meeting, or, you know, actively participating, but not having to lead anything. And I can pretty easily stitch in that situation, but I'm gonna have to be leading a bunch of meetings and like, yeah, work time stitching, goodbye. And this always happens. Ever since I've been working from home, since the pandemic started, there's times where stitching during work is plentiful, and there are some times where stitching during work is absolutely not feasible. And obviously the quality of my work comes first, so I'm never stitching to the detriment of my work performance. But yeah. So I'm really glad that I have been staying constant with my Frogwarts progress. I'm hoping that I will be able to maintain the level of progress that I've been making so far. But I am suddenly more worried about finishing on time with no stress than I was an hour ago. It's 12:45, and I have not stitched at all today yet, and I will likely not stitch more than a few minutes here or there before the end of my day. But then I've got the whole evening to myself, tons of evening stitching to go. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm eating some pesto pasta and trying to get this unboxing ready to go before the rest of my day gets away from me. I'm just about to move the Q-snap, so I wanted to show you what my progress looks like today. I've been only working for about 45 minutes today, and I finished up the letters here, so then I'm going to move into the basilisk. But it is 9 p.m., and I've only stitched for 45 minutes, so that's not really boding well for me today. Alright folks, I know I didn't do too many updates today, but I only stitched for about 4 hours. It was a busy day with work, and then I had the chance to go to the pool with a friend and her kids, and I don't get to see her super a lot, so that was a really great time, and then had to drive home in a absolutely torrential downpour, so I guess better that than while we were still at the pool, but anyway, I didn't get as much stitching time as I would have liked today. I did get over 600 stitches in today, so not up to my goal, but not too terribly far away. And I've got a long weekend coming up with the 4th of July, so I'll be able to make that up, I think, no problem. Just for reference, I am doing the basilisk in the called for DMC as opposed to the overdyed, because I really wanted the 3 colors of green to stand out against each other, and I think they blend too much in the overdyed. So the plan is in the morning, or whenever I get the first chance to stitch, is that I'm gonna start with putting in the face. I didn't do that today because I didn't have the colors down in my stitching chair with me, but I think getting the face on the basilisk will really help it come to life as I put in the rest. So that's where I'll start, and then I'll, start filling in all these gaps here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm exhausted. It's really late at night, and I've been staying up late a lot, so I'm gonna make sure I get to bed and then come back to this tomorrow.